Welcome back, children. So last video we have learned about cyclostomata. Okay, very primitive fishes, no fins and having circular mouth, and it will live on other fishes as ectoparasites. Gill slits will be present, and we can see the closed type of circulatory system. And for spawning alone, it will come to fresh water. After spawning, soon it will die. Example also we have learned. So in this video, we will see the other two classes, Chondrichthyes and Osteothys. So Chondrichthyes and Osteothys both comes under which group? Fishes. That is, it will bear fins. Previous what we have learned comes under Agnatha. Agnatha, we can see we saw cyclostomata. There is no jaws also, there is no fins also. Is that clear? It is a primitive group of vertebrate. So we have finished Agnatha. There is no jaw and there is no fins. That's why it will live as ectoparasite. Now come to the second division, Gnathostomata. Okay, Gnathostomata. Under that we have two categories of fishes and tetrapods. So fishes which will bear fins. So under fishes only we have two categories. Okay, we have two categories, Chondrichthyes and Osteothys. Okay, Chondricht and Osteothys. So what is the main difference between Chondrichthyes and Osteothys? Means all Chondrichthyes fishes are cartilaginous. All Osteothys fishes are bony fish. That is the main difference. First you want to remember in your mind. So Chondrichthyes and Osteothys comes under fishes group only, fish group only, but all Chondrichthyes are cartilaginous. C for C, cartilaginous. Osteo means bone. So it is all bony fish. This is and all cartilaginous fish. So this is cartilaginous fish, this is bony fish. Is that clear, children? So cartilaginous fishes, Chondrichthyes, Osteothys, bony fish. So that is the main difference you want to remember. So first, when all cartilaginous fishes are marine fishes, okay, because cartilagens we can see only in marine, but bony fishes can be in fresh water also, marine water also. Is that clear? And cartilaginous endoskeleton. So endoskeleton is made up of only cartilaginous. What is cartilaginous? Soft bone. And under osteothys, bony endoskeleton will be present. Bony endoskeleton will be present. So that is the main difference. And here how many pairs of gills? We have learned in the cyclostomata where 6 to 15 pairs. That is all primitive. So automatically gill slits will be more. Primitive group, gill slits will be more. Like how we have learned porifera, no? The whole body we can see more pores. But it is not in the case of other invertebrate group. Like that, even in vertebrate also, cyclostomata will have more gill slits, like 6 to 15 pairs. But come to Chondrichthyes, where we can see only limited pair, only 5 pairs, not more than that. And this 5 pairs, this gill slits, no, this 5 pairs gill slits is not at all covered by any layer. So that is thing we are called as without gill cover or without operculum. But come to here, no, here we can see 7 pair, but the 7 pair is covered by an operculum or a covering. So gill slits were covered in Osteothys. It is an advanced character. Whereas in Chondrichthyes, the gill slits are not at all covered. So we are telling it is without gill cover. What is the name of gill cover? Operculum. Operculum. What is the gill cover name? Gill cover name is operculum. Operculum. So what is operculum? Gill cover. And here in Chondrichthyes, what is the first point? First point, it is a cartilaginous marine fish, 5 pairs of gill slits, and it is not covered by a gill cover or operculum. Is that clear? And here no swim bladder. Okay, no air bladder can be seen in the Chondrichthyes. So if it is no air bladder, the organisms which comes under chondriticus is they need to continuously swim. They need to continuously swim. If not, it will sink in the water. It will sink in the water. Is that clear, children? So no swim bladder or air bladder. So body should, to maintain their buoyancy, they need to swim continuously. If not, it will sink inside the water. But come to this osteothecus here. Here swim bladder is present. Here swim bladder is present or air bladder is present. So suppose if it didn't swim also, it won't sink in the water. Is that clear? And here mouth is ventral. Ventral means mouth is in front. But here mouth is in terminal. So here mouth is in ventral position. Okay, mouth is in ventral position. But here mouth is on the terminal side. Terminal sides only we can see the mouth. And here viviparous, they used to give their young ones. Viviparous, they used to give their young ones. Viviparous, and fertilization is internal. The fertilization is internal. Why the fertilization is internal means they will have a very important structures called claspers. Okay, claspers, CLASPERS. What is claspers? Claspers are small appendages like structures which can be seen in the males of these kind of fishes. Okay, so normally males, they'll have a pelvic fins. So the pelvic fins, they'll possess a claspers. So this clasper is helping for its internal fertilization. So this claspers, like a hook like structure, it will go on attached with a female. Okay, this claspers like a hook like structure, it will go, this claspers is helping to hold the female for internal fertilization. Is that clear? In chondriticus, but it is not in the case of osteothecus. There is no claspers, so the fertilization is what? The fertilization is external. So the fertilization is external. So C for C, remember, one neat question they have asked. Okay, claspers can be seen in the males of chondriticus, which is meant for internal fertilization, but it is absent in the osteothecus where the claspers are not present. So there is no internal fertilization. There we can see only external fertilization. There we can see only external fertilization. Is that clear, children? And we'll quickly we'll quickly revise. So it is of marine fishes, fresh, cartilaginous, bony, 5 pairs, but here 7 pairs. And here no operculum, but here operculum is present. And no air bladder will be present. Mouth is ventral, front it is terminal. And here viviparous, internal fertilization. C for C, claspers is present in the male and no claspers, so external fertilization. What could be the example for that? Okay, here some special features also can be seen in the chondriticus. Some fishes like ray fish, they'll have a electric organ, and also they'll have a sting, and they'll is used to release some toxic material, because chondriticus are they are good predaceous animals. They used to predate. Okay, so it is very good predaceous animals. And osteothecus, here there is no special organ like electric organ and other stinking process here. Is that clear, children? So that is the difference between chondriticus and osteothecus. Though both are comes under fishes group, here are the some character for the example. Now we'll see the chondriticus, okay, and the osteothecus. Can you able to see? Yes. So this is a chondriticus. So here we are telling the mouth is ventral. Okay, as I have drawn, the mouth is ventral, it is front. But here the mouth is not ventral, here the mouth is terminal. So here operculum is present, but here only gills can be seen without an operculum. Is that clear, children? And here the pelvic fin. So this is the pelvic fin where we can see a claspers meant for internal fertilization. But here there is no claspers in the pelvic fins. So we can see only the fins, but it is not having any claspers in that. Is that clear, children? And apart from that, what you want to remember means here the scales are called as placoid scale. So scales, no, scales which is present in their body, we can call it as placoid scale. PLACOID, placoid scales which is present all over the body. But come to osteothecus, where we can see not placoid cells. Apart from that, we can see the body's full body is having like this kind of scales. This is only we can call it as cycloid. This scale only we can call it as cycloid or ctenoid scales. So this is only we can call it as cycloid or ctenoid scales. The whole body we can see these kind of cycloid or ctenoid scales. Is that clear, children? So what is that? Here mouth is ventral, here mouth is terminal. Here in this Chondrothecus, no operculum, only gill slits. Here operculum will be present. Here in pelvic fins, we can see a hook-like claspers will be, but it is absent in the Osteothecus. Here placoid scale, very very important characteristic of Chondrothecus is placoid scale. No, it is very tough and containing very minute. We can't able to see the structure of a placoid scale. It is very very minute scales. So that is only we are called as placoid. So what is the definition for placoid? Very minute scales. Okay. And here scales are ctenoid or cycloid. We can able to see the scales. Okay. It is a round like a small heavy circle, half circle like that. Is that clear, children? So that is the main difference between the Chondrothecus and Osteothecus. And we can see other fishes like dorsal fin, caudal fin, anal fin, like, and also lateral fins for their body movements. Is that clear, children? And here one more point, Chondrothecus they'll have a placoid scales, no? So actually here teeth also are modified placoid scales only. So the teeth also modified placoid scales only. So this will help for their backward movement also. And here jaws of the Chondrothecus are very powerful to catch the animal. So that's why we are called as mostly they are predaceous animal. And what about the condition of their blood? Okay, whether it is poikilothermus or it is a warm-blooded animals. Normally the fishes, these both the group Chondrothecus and Osteothecus both also cold-blooded animals only. What is the other name for cold-blooded animals? Poikilothermus. Okay, poikilothermus. Meaning they can't, the blood is very cold. So it is fluctuate only. Okay, they lack the capacity to regulate their body temperature. So the temperature it used to fluctuate. The blood is cold-blooded animal only. Is that clear, children? And what is the organs which is present in the body? We can see all those organs. We can see all those organs like heart. Okay, we can see all those organs like heart and closed circulatory system. And heart is of two chambered, one auricle and one ventricle. As I have told, it will possess some special organs like electric organs in the example of torpedo. And they'll possess some poison stinky like trigon. So these are the some special characteristic can be seen in the Chondrothecus. And come to Osteothecus. We have discussed already it was operculum, air bladder will be present, and cycloid and ctenoid scales will be present. And heart is also here also two chambered only, one auricle and one ventricle, and here also cold-blooded animals. And here fertilization is usually external, and that's why it is oviparous. Okay, after zygote, that's why we are called as oviparous. They used to lay eggs only, sperms and eggs, so they will form a zygote. That's why we are called as oviparous, and development is direct. And we can see so many other group example for that. Okay, example was given in NCERT book. Just go through marine, exocetus, flying fish, hippocamp, seahorse. The seahorses comes under the Osteothecus only. Freshwater, ragu fish, and cutla fish. Okay, ragu fish normally will get in market, ragu fish, cutla fish. And this and all comes under Osteothecus of fishes group only. And aquarium we used to grow some fishes like beta, a fighting fish, and pterophyllum. Okay, angelfish. This and all comes under this group only of osteothecus. So examples alone you just go through with the help of your NCERT book. And next video we will see the tetrapod in detail. So what you want to remember under Chondriticus, osteothecus, they both will have fins, but the nature of fins will be different. Notochord is persistent and they'll have a placoid scale. Here we'll have a ctenoid or cycloid scales. And we'll see internal fertilization in Chondriticus, external fertilization in Osteothecus. And we can see some of the special mechanism in Chondriticus, but is absent in the Osteothecus. Is that clear, children? So next video we shall see the tetrapods in detail.